And welcome to Sitting with Your Herd podcast. We are here today with Kat Nod and Jenny Adams, aka the Rooted Goddess. Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us for this little chat. We're so excited as a part of our little YouTube channel and as a part of our event we have coming up. I cannot wait.
Oh my God, this is going to be crazy, insane, and totally epic. So what we're doing in July 7th to 9th, 2023, we are doing a Healing with Horses wellness retreat where we are incorporating equine assisted healing, hypnotherapy, intuitive readings, and mediumship. We got kinesiology. We have
everything. Like, we've done a whole package of wellness for you, for mind, body, spirit, soul, just full wellness.
Kat, can you tell us about what that lineup kind of looks like? Kind of give us an overview of Friday to Sunday.
Absolutely. So I'm so excited. Jen and I have been collabing on this and trying to, I think for like decades, this has been like in our hearts. Like, I can't even just pinpoint where this started. It's not a recent.
Boston pizza, boneless hot wings, and cactus cuts. It's really.
Yeah, what this was started over, but like probably like a decade and a half ago. We are so excited to bring this to you. So first off, it comes out of a place of knowing like how impactful horses and just their presence can be in your life. Like, I can't even count the number of times horses have saved my life in a way that I could never repay them for. And I do literally mean saved my life, and Jen as well. Like, you will learn about all of our adventures through this YouTube channel, and you'll hear so much more at this event and retreat. But it's going to start off on Friday night. So even if you work a Monday to Friday kind of 9 to 5 job, this is still, we incorporated where it can still work within your schedule. So Friday kicks off with a kind of get to know you welcome bonfire. It's literally a bonfire. It's going to be so fun. We've got 10 beautiful acres, and you get to kind of meet some of the horses, meet some of the other participants, meet Jen and I. We're going to set intentions and just really goal set and just kick off our weekend with some relax and positive energy and just unify together as a group. Saturday, we are going to start, it's a full day. Saturday is more bigger group sessions, bigger groups. That's max 8 guys. So don't
I'm going wild here.
We're going to start broader. We're going to work through a bunch of group sessions. We're going to work with our equine assisted learning, which is actually partnering with the horses, where the horses are the teachers. Horses are so present and now, and we talk so much more in depth about this in other episodes. So I won't go crazy and bore us all with the repetitiveness. And also, I could talk about this for like 10 hours and you guys all fall asleep. But they are the teachers, and we get to be the translators, is how I like to describe it. And they really pull us into the now and get us present and reflect some of the things we might not be noticing that we're putting out energy-wise, or not putting energy-wise is also a huge one. Not showing up. And they'll call you out. Like, they're going to call you out. But we've created a really safe space. The nice thing about the horses is they don't judge. So they are great teachers and kind, compassionate teachers. And then we have our kinesiology, so we're going to work through some movement-based stuff as well. We're going to do some group hypnotherapy. We're going to have some group yoga to really work our bodies. We have a nutritionist coming to talk about feeding our wellness at like a whole level, and just so much more. I don't want to give everything away, but yeah, we do have a full breakdown coming for you on the site, but it's incredible. And then we finish it. We've also got lunch provided, and we have finishing with a little roundup party for the day. And then the Sunday is like a deeper dive into all of it. So Sunday is individual sessions, and that's where you're going to get to work with Jenny as well. So you're going to learn a little more. I'm not going to do any spoilers at all about what she does, because she gets to do the spoilers. That's, why we have her on here. And you get to do some sitting with the herd, and stuff, deeper dive hypnotherapy with Jen, and some goal setting. So I'm a certified life coach as well, and have worked my entire life as a high performance athlete and helped so many set goals and really achieve their high performance goals. And we have personalized kinesiology sessions, which if you've never done Graston and laser guys, change your life. I am a junkie for it. So it's really working on your body on a deeper level. And we also have massage therapy. So we have like everything for you to heal you, mind, body, spirit, soul, everything, heart, like every part of healing, wellness, breaking out of those like barriers that you have. We've kind of checked all the boxes. We've gone through a list, Jen and I, of like every possible thing and stuff we've seen in our work with our clients that is limiting beliefs and holding us back, and grief and PTSD and like all of these things. So no matter what it is that you're feeling a little blocked by, or is holding you back, or weighing on your heart, or even if those don't feel like you and you're just like, you know what, I don't feel like I'm thriving. Like we've created this situation, an environment of a safe space, peace, wellness for you to just break free from kind of the shackles of what life can be. Like life is busy, life is hard, life is heavy, expensive. Like it's just, I feel like I'm not alone, but like everybody I talk to
It's a
now,
lot right now.
like life is relentless right now. And so this is just a really good reset to help you guys break free from those feelings.
And takeaways. You get to take away these tools and techniques that you're going to learn and the coaching part of it into your everyday habits and routines that you're about to learn how to create as well, right? You're coming out with a plan as well. So you're not just taking time to reset, but now you have that motion and that momentum to propel you forward into this next journey of self-discovery. And this is where Jenny comes in. So Jenny, the rooted goddess, is going to be one of our coaches who's going to be there on the Sunday doing the individual sessions. And she's going to give us an overall of who she is and how and what that's going to look like as an overview working with Jenny on the Sunday in our Healing with Horses retreat. So Jenny, take it away. She is awesome.
Your retreat sounds fantastic. That sounds so exciting. Like, how could you not want to be a part of that? That sounds really exciting. Yes. I'm so excited that you invited me. Thank you to be a part of it.
Well, you weren't getting out of it actually, because I was going to like stalker you into it. I'm not going to lie. You were there in person. I was like, no, you're doing this.
So can you tell us a little bit about what it looks like to work with you? You've created an amazing client base. I know I've myself participated, but can you share a little bit about how you got into that and what that looks like?
Yeah, totally. So I've always been spiritual. I've always had a connection to the universe, and my intuition was always like a little crazy. A couple of years ago, actually, I say a couple of years ago, but things are just over 4 years ago. I had a beautiful daughter, Sadie, and she was special needs and on the palliative care program after 2 weeks after she was born. And she really allowed me to stay in the moment. She allowed me to surrender the reins that we have so tightly in our life. And I started doing training in Reiki and energy healing. I started working more closely with the angels and my guides and really bringing them in to support me and to support her on her journey. Since she was palliative care, there was no extending her life. It was more just like being there and supporting and caring and allowing her to feel safe on the journey of when she was here. So I was always doing really deep meditations, and we would sit together, and she was just this powerful freaking human being that I swear just lit me up from the inside. And the closer she got to her passing, I was doing these meditations of bringing her up to heaven and passing her off. And more of my loved ones who had passed away started showing up to receive her. And it was like this crazy, like, okay, I'm seeing all these people, but not really connecting the dots about it. And after she passed, it was like I could feel this whole change in my body. And it was kind of crazy because I was almost like at peace after she passed because she had suffered so much when she was here. But I believe that it was for the reason for me to know that I had a deeper meaning. Sorry, I'm going to cry.
No, don't be sorry.
A deeper meaning for why she came into my life.
I think the honor of meeting her and, connecting with her. And I know her power and the gifts she, presented this world with.
Like, absolutely.
So powerful too, though, that you as a mom went out of your way to learn something new and put yourself out there to create a space for her to transition and accept that transition. And I think as a parent, but as a human, like it is so hard to surrender those reins, to give up
totally,
and to trust the process and trust that. And like, that is such a gift in itself that you've learned, that she gave to you and taught you as a human, that you get to share with others. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm like so type A and controlling. Like I control my life down to like the minute. Jen's laughing.
Yeah.
I am laughing and I'm trying not to laugh out loud.
Like you're playing how control freak she is. But like learning to surrender that control to a higher power and learning to give into the journey in the process, like that's just so impactful in itself.
It was hard, but it was so rewarding. And I still she's with me every single day. And after she passed, it was like I was still seeing these people in my life who had passed away. And I was like, oh, like, am I actually seeing these people?
I remember
so I was like, what
younger.
the heck is like going on? And then I could like see spirits. I'm pretty sure I reached out to Jen and I was like, what's going on? And then I did start a mediumship practice, and I started to dabble in helping people with connecting them with their loved ones. But I was in, yeah.
Oh my God, my pop's jumping in talking about the green chair that nobody knows that it's his green chair, and it was just so incredible because I kind of giggled and
I've had my crazy story too. Like, do you mind if I share?
Like, share away.
So my session, I actually lost my uncle, and so that was my like big thought. But one of my students from horseback riding had passed. She had complications from diabetes, and Jenny didn't know any of this side of my life. It wasn't shared, and so she had passed. And so since having my daughter, I've had a bunch of weird little signs, like when I'm having frustrated days, my phone pocket dials. My phone never pocket dials anybody ever. Would pocket dial her number every time, and she's not the first contact on my phone. And you picked up on her so clearly and so instantly, and described her to a T, like the big messy butt. Like I knew exactly who you were talking about within minutes, and to the point where then at a like later event where you went to Children's Hospital, never having met this student mom, you were like, hey, the girl who was visiting you, her mom's at this event. Like,
yeah, I got full body chills right now
to describe, other than just a seeing and being of the other side that like all of us a veil that we're not perceptive of.
Yeah. And it's funny that you say that. So we went to the bereavement group. It was a camp. And it wasn't till like the last day, all of a sudden she mentioned your farm. And I was like, what? And I was like, oh my God, that's the girl. And I was like, no way. And they actually, your mom's created like something on your pond.
Yes.
And they're actually together next to each other. So
both girls. So
yeah.
A sunflower corner for your daughter. And she like, because she's a little sunshine. She is like a little sunflower. It was always a ray of that light. And so we have like a little sign. We have like a fairy forest. We have a little sign for her sunflower. Yeah. And then we have Aisha's area as well. That was my student who passed. And
it's so crazy. Like they brought us together. I actually haven't talked to her. I did get her number and I lost her book. I should reach out. So I feel like that's confirmation too.
There you go. See, this is how it works, guys. You don't even need to be in a session, then things flow.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's pretty much what happens. And since then, I've taken some training also I'm a spiritual life coach. I'm trained in Ayurveda. So I combine everything into one session. I love cards. I always bring my cards, and I always trust that whatever comes through is meant to come through. Just like on this, we're like sitting here, we're all channeling whatever comes through, whatever pops into our head. These are the messages that are meant for us and for whoever is sitting in front of this and listening right now.
Now, you explained, you said Ayurveda. I've never heard that term before. So can you tell me more about what that is?
Totally. Ayurveda is an ancient Indian medicine that has kind of progressed over the years into allowing us to implement it during our modern life now. They say that we're all made up of 5 different elements: earth, air, water, ether, fire. And we all have a portion of these within our body. And sometimes we can go out of balance in certain areas. So it's like about to be able to balance what our body constitution is, our unique body, and the different elements in like food, in the energies, in meditation, in the earth, in like practicing our nervous system regulation. These are the things that like will help balance our unique body, and everybody's different. So I like to look at it as like a feminine form. So say if you come to me and you're like, oh, this is happening, and this is happening. And usually it's some sort of digestive and elimination issues. Like I get heartburn and I have loose stools, or I have constipation, bloating, and gas. And that's usually where most of our disease or discomfort starts. And then it tends to flow outside. But when we come, I look, okay, Kat, like what's going on in your life right now? What's your stress level?
I'm not sure I understand.
That's my Alexa.
I feel like that would be the answer right there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I understand what my stress level is.
For me.
Yeah. So what's your stress level? What do you do in your day? What are you eating? What are you spending your time with? How's your sleep? All these certain things. Like it's so important that we look at you as like the entire garden. Like if you're like, oh, I have heartburn, it's like, oh, here's some antacids. We're just picking weeds. So we want to make sure that we're tending to the whole garden, the roots, the ground, the dirt, the rocks, everything, because it all is encompassing. Like stress can create tummy issues, and tummy issues can create stress. Like this, it's all connected. Everything is connected. And that's what Ayurveda is. It's just mind, body, soul connection. Everything's connected. We all have our different elements, and how can we address the imbalances that are showing up within our body?
That's amazing. So I didn't know anything about this until that's so I'm dealing with stuff myself. Like I have, heartburn and stuff really since pregnancy, but like I find that it obviously trickles into so many other things. And in our traditional medicine, like what I'm dealing with now, I find they're like, okay, well, let's treat each symptom. And it's very based, and it's very medication based, because that's the way our system is. And it's not treating the problem as a whole. It's putting out the little fires instead of ignoring the big one that's underneath, sprouting the fires. Being able to step back and take more of a holistic, whole wellness look at it, I think is really important, and something that our medical system tends to fail at.
Totally. And they're not trained in it. They're not trained. And like Western is totally needed, and so is Eastern. It's just like back in the day, we're all living in tents, and we had like a lot of things we needed that Western part. But now a lot of people were like, we don't really have to do anything to not feel heartburn anymore. So I'm just going to take this pill until something else pops up. So it's like we kind of lost our accountability to our health, and we're kind of putting the onus on other people to help fix us. And that's not our fault, because that's what we just think they're the doctors that are going to help us. But they don't ask, well, what's your stress level like? Are you sleeping properly? Like, what are you eating? Like, are you doing these? They don't ask those things. They're just like, oh yeah. And it's needed. Like if you break your arm, you're not going to come see me and ask for some spice pack to put on your arm. Like it's definitely needed still. Like certain instances, but it's
the components need to come together. They need to blend, right?
Gotta work.
Yeah.
So I've just finished the studies in that. So I'm going to combine that Ayurveda with my life coaching and spiritual life coaching.
That's so exciting. I know even too, and this is, something that like my experience from my session with you is that my guides and my grandpa, who was like a huge impactful person in my life before he passed, were, because I was a new mom when I had my session with you. I think Austin was like 6 months old and balance, still owning a company with now having this little humans that life you're responsible for.
Yes.
I'm gonna go work and like you're solely responsible for keeping them alive. And they gave me, it wasn't you giving me advice, they were giving you advice to pass me about the things that I needed to change. And like I got called the hell out. Like I was like, I'm so seen right now. Like, and they're not in my face somebody that's seeing me in a way that I see. That they're always with me in a way that I can't hide from. So, people, you might be like, oh, I'm fine, I'm sleeping, but those guides, those people that are there in that role in your life, they see everything. And they were able to share things with you that nobody else really knew, like drowning in.
Yeah.
And it was really powerful for me to get kind of called out, but
well,
Yeah, I love
it
that.
reveals, right? Like it reveals the things that you're ready to face. And that's one thing I noticed about our session was it was the reveal of the things that I was aware of, but wasn't like thinking I was ready to face. And I remember just one thing you said.
I said ready to face feels like a loose term. Like, I'm not sure it was like a ready to face. I was like,
you were like, you couldn't have heard it if you weren't ready. And that's
Exactly.
the good thing. You won't hear what you're not ready to hear. You may listen, but there's a difference. And so, yeah, I can't wait to see how people interact and go through these sessions with you, Jenny, because I think that you have such an amazing gift and a talent to hold space for those guides and those guardians and those light beings to come through and go, here it is. It's on a platter now. High five.
Yeah, in a loving way. In a loving way. Yes. And I think that with my my coaching background now I can really give people the skills and the tools to implement to help them break free of these patterns that keep showing up in their life. So like, I feel like it's just expanding, and the people that are going to come are going to be like, thank you. And they can leave with tools also to expand their life.
And every person is going to be different too.
Oh, 100%.
It's great to talk about the skills that you bring to the table and the different pieces of education. And what I love about you, Jen, like all the people that we have, because we got to handpick everyone, are people that are continuing to learn and continuing to better their skills and deepen their skills. And I think that's really important to always continue as a coach and a wellness provider to be deepening our well of what we can provide. And that's really cool. Yeah. That. But because you have so many different, amazing things that you've learned, and also everyone has different needs, they're all going to be so tailored and customed. Every session is going to be so different to each person's blocks and barricades and wellness and health and guides. Like I think that's the coolest part of those sessions is it's not cookie cutter. It's not something you go and just
client-based. It's unique to you, designed on what it is that you're bringing in that moment. And
it's like channeled right away. Like,
yeah. And the horse part of it as well. Like they don't have a pre-planned program. They see you, they tap into you, they connect with you, they step into your vibration, your frequency, and your energy, and they present that opportunity for self realization and growth, just like every of these sessions. Like it is client-based coaching and wellness that is unique. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be amazing.
Impactful that we're having you a part of this. I think it just takes it to a deeper spiritual level that, I know Jen has worked with and you are so talented with. It's something that myself, like, it's not something that I can do. It's not a gift that I have. I have many, many strengths. That is so far from one of them. And that's what I think is super cool about this event and this wellness retreat is that we're bringing like a huge group of people with diverse skills, diverse like niches that are all going to come together, and they specialize and they're experts at what they do. And so it's not just a bunch of random similar people. It's just a really cool group of people coming together. And we're going to work doing all of the coaches that are going to be a part of this. And it's going to just be life-changing. Like it's going to be life-changing.
It's going to set in motion self-evolution. It's not just unlocking potential and brilliance. It is really setting in motion your next chapter. And you get to write it.
It sounds
all right, Jenny,
really
is there anything else that you want to leave us with that we, everybody should know about their session or their time with you?
One thing that keeps coming up, and I don't know, for when I'm doing my sessions, because they're channeled, I do not remember what it was said for confidential purposes for whatever reason. Like I remember Aisha and I remember the green chair, but other than that, I remember nothing from our sessions because it's so channeled, right? Like I am just the vessel. I allow whatever to come through. I ask, like, please bring me any messages, signs, information that will help this person today for their highest and best. Use me as a channel. And that is it. And I just allow them to speak through me. And I decipher almost like charades with the spirit team, and they hold up stuff and I just give it out, and then it's gone for me. So I just trust that it's all confidential and nothing that I say will be remembered by me. So
thank God I'm not the only one, because people are like, do you remember? I'm like, nope.
Yeah, next time we play charades,
Yeah.
they'll be my team. You get like
yeah, if we're playing with the spirit team, yeah.
okay. I feel like the skill's transferable. Like,
Yeah, it's probably
completely transferable. Like, here you go. This is it.
Oh, Kat, you're hilarious.
Oh, well, that's so amazing. We are so excited to have you a part of this.
Yes.
Thank you so much for taking the time today to join us and share
Absolutely.
about the gifts that you're going to be bringing to the table for this event.
I hope that you have the best day ever, and can't wait for the next stage of this wellness journey with you guys. All right, guys, have a great day. We will see you soon. For those of you who are looking for the link to sign up and join us on this wellness retreat with Healing with the Horses, the links will be below at each of our posts. Click that link. It'll take you to a website where you can sign up and reserve your spot. Remember, space is limited. We are keeping this intimate and small so that everybody gets that one-on-one deep dive time to process, to create, to release, to discover. And so if this is something that resonates with you, you want to check it out, again, hit that link below, and we will see you guys in July.
We also have our Healing with the Herd on TikTok. You can follow along for some of our shorter, fun things, start to meet some of the horses. And if you are looking to sign up and it's a big commitment for you financially, we do have payment plan options as well. The link has the contact information for our ANT, the Equestrian Center, and you can just reach out to set up a payment plan.
Woo-woo.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.